How are you? So I am going to do this week. We're going to do a weekly tarot reading. They're going to be a little bit shorter than normal because I want to do quick and kind of straight to the point readings, um, and just see how you take to it. What do you like? What do you not like? Um, but I do believe that when you provide these weekly readings, that you just follow the energy. And right now, I'm just kind of feeling that long, drawn out is not really the answer right now. And I keep thinking about the moon and the moon being something where you are listening to your emotions, where you are listening to how you feel and what makes sense for you and observing that. Maybe you might be reactive and then you observe why you're so reactive and you're not as reactive and you're observing why you want to react that way or just react, period. So I want to do just a reading of Moonology and Angel Answers. And then from there, I am going to just pull three cards of each and we're just going to go with it, okay? I'm going to follow the cards. If more cards pop out, sorry about that if you hear the hunking, but if more cards pop out, then I will go ahead and pull or take them and consider them, okay? I did not start off correctly. Fly like a butterfly. How about it? Okay. So we have one. Let's see if we'll have another one pop out. This first one that popped out is upside down, but it says emotions are running high. This is a super moon. So let's see. I'm going to pull one more off the top. So emotions are running high, the supermoon, and then conclusions are within reach, a full moon eclipse. This is something that showed up in a previous reading. The conclusions are within reach, and emotions are running high. You may be in a state where, I mean, especially what is happening in this country, I can understand that emotions are running high. And for some of you, we had two pop out. And for some of you, the conclusions are within reach. Let's see where the chips fall, right? Okay, so we have two. Your hard work is paying off. That's a new moon in Capricorn. And then a personal issue reaches resolution. So this is personal. You may be dealing with, and again, it could be what's happening, it could be macro level, what's happening in this country. And this could, I mean, I know some people, it affects your personal life, it affects your relationships, it affects your person, like you, who you are, the way you think. Again, remember I said your emotions and you're observing it and you might be thinking, why am I reacting this way or why am I not reacting this way? And observing other people. Why aren't you reacting this way? Or how do you not feel the way I feel? Um, it does feel like with this hard work is paying off that you are in a space where you are working on, maybe you were someone who didn't have situational awareness. Maybe you were someone who did not look at how you're feeling and reacting and think, wait, why am I thinking this way? Why am I not thinking this way? And there's this maturity that is coming about, especially with Capricorn, which is the oldest earth sign. You have Taurus, Virgo, and then Capricorn. And there is this culmination of all the traits and characteristics that do factor into Capricorn. So it's like you've gone from this infant to this toddler, preteen, novice to like this mature adult. And that affects how you emote. And it feels like that also could have caused issues around people around you, with people around you, with this full moon in Cancer, which is actually the opposite sign of Capricorn, where people were seeing you with Cancer being, um, I'd say, the second youngest water, or no, excuse me, with Cancer being the youngest water sign, people probably saw you as emotionally immature. And now you are growing into this state where you are being very mature. And that could cause issues because now you might not be as naive. You might not be as easy to manipulate. You might not be as easy to run game. Okay. On. So there is that opportunity for people to make you feel like, well, you were like this, try to bring you back to a space where you used to be. Or it could just be that because you are now acting differently, that people are not really taking to you as well, which could be a sign of outgrowth. Not a bad thing, it can always be amicable, but there is that. And that's why I feel like supermoon emotions are running high because you're feeling it, people around you are feeling it. It's emotions taking over. And it's a lot because there's growth, and growing can hurt, it's painful, but it is still nevertheless saying conclusions are within reach. You are going to make it to that space where you have been plotting and where you have been planning and setting goals of, this is the type of individual that I want to be. This is the type of individual that I want to become. And I've been working so hard to get there. I've been checking myself. I've been checked, because this can also bring in new individuals. As you outgrow people, it can bring in new individuals, and it can also bring in new energy from people, where you could simply be the catalyst for other people to understand they're not changing for the worse, they're changing for the better. And if I see you doing it, I know I can too. You just might be helping somebody else change their life and grow up and mature while you are also doing it. Okay. And this is why I feel like a personal issue can reach a resolution, where whether it's we've outgrown each other, we no longer need to be around each other, or actually, I see that you are growing out of this tank. I want to get in this other big tank with you. Or I'm in that tank you used to be in, but I see you outgrew it and I am inspired to do it myself. Angel answers. Okay. Let's go to these cards. Okay. So, whatever that situation is for you, I really do hope that works out. I hope that, again, you do take this situation as something that's not a bad thing. And look, three cards came out. And really understand that your emotions in what situation you're going through, they're not a bad thing to deal with. Your emotions aren't a chore. Okay. So, we have three cards. One says take action, the other says yes, and the last says there's something better. So take action, yes, and there's something better. Interesting. So take action, whatever reaction that you are considering or response. It seems like it's a go. And going back to where I mentioned, if there is a situation where you are outgrowing or if you are moving on from something that is very familiar, it's something better. And I always think sometimes when people, when there are readings, people will think that, oh my gosh, it's something better. Like if I tell you you're going to leave a job making $20 an hour and then you're automatically going to make 250 an hour. I'm not saying there's going to be that big jump. Possibilities are endless. But I think you need to be very realistic about what situation you're in. Something better could simply mean, for instance, I'm outgrowing a relationship with a former friend, well, a friend that will become a former friend. And I had an acquaintance, we were cool, but we never really had that type of close relationship as I did with my friend who I'm feeling as if I'm outgrowing. But that person that you didn't really spend that much time with and have that time to bond actually may be more for who you are becoming and maturing into. They just might be just as emotionally mature as you are. So it can be something as, I want to say, simple and practical as that. Um, but the signs are pointing to, yeah, there's something better. Take action, and yes. These are all things of, I'm going to say, agreeance. I mean, the yes is obvious, but there's something better, and take action is it. You are moving out of a space where you may have felt stuck, where you may have felt it was muggy, cloudy, foggy. Now it's like all of that is clearing out, and you are moving on to something that is better for you, to a space and a state and mindset that is better for you. And I don't see anything that's saying wait or hold on or not yet. It's like, yeah, you're going to, this will happen for you. Okay. I hope that this reading was helpful. If it was, I'm glad it was for you. Take whatever. If it wasn't, release it back into the universe for someone else. All right. And I will see you next time. Bye bye.